Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to a beautiful day in Houston, Texas.
So today we will be working on the RCF Track Edition. I went ahead and took it out for a ride before I wanted to do some work, but I am going to be doing the rear spats on this car. Now, of course, the exhaust muffler is obviously very close to the area that I'm going to be working on, so I'm going to let it cool down for a little bit. And probably also we'll be doing some work on the WRX. Of course, we're looking to get those engine mounts in as soon as possible so I can start driving it. But I wanted to go ahead and do a little bit quick 360 of the RCF Track Edition. Absolutely beautiful car. I don't know if I mentioned this, but the sound system, it's pretty good. All I gotta say though is for the amount of money that they charge for it, it's okay. I would definitely say that the bass, not so great on this system. If you go low on the I guess the hertz, that's where a subwoofer like a JL Audio like the one I have in my Lexus really kicks in. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Back to the garage.
Okay, well, we're back into the garage. I have the RCF Track Edition back in. It's rained a little bit, so it's a little wet. Not a big deal though. I do have the PPF and everything, and honestly, I guess we have to see how this thing performs in wetter weather. But anyways, we do have the rear spats, as we discussed, to put in right there. The exhaust is way too hot, so the one thing that I am going to work on is the trunk. So anyways, here is kind of the mock setup. This is completely OEM, which is totally awesome. I do have the jack stand here, as well as the pouches that contain all the necessary tools. Now this wheel is a little bit different. You have to remember that my RCF, the later editions, I believe that started this year, actually for 2023, they started using hub bolts to bolt the wheel to the hub. So it is completely different, the way that this wheel is designed. If you notice, this one's actually silver in color. So if you do have a 2022 and I guess before past model, you definitely don't want the silver one, you want the black one. And of course these are standard on the Guam and Hawaii models, which is really awesome for the track editions and all RCFs in general. One thing, of course, that I do have to mention is that I think I threw on like probably a good 50 pounds. I completely pretty much deleted, I think, the savings that the exhaust and the hood basically save. So the car is going to be slower, obviously, but for me, it's not about the speed or the track time. It's about being able to get out of emergency situations. And the fact that this is an OEM setup, I think that's awesome. Now, there is a cover that does go on top. I went and did most of the things. Now, it comes with a ton of these like little sticker pads. Here's one of them. And I'll try and put all the parts below in the description. So for those of you who are wanting to do this mod, you can do it. These spare wheels, I remember they had like only 2 or 3 when I ordered them. I don't know how easy they are to get now, but just remember that this part number is going to be different from 2023 and on compared to 2023 in the past, just because of the hub bolt usage rather than the nuts for the to attach the wheel to the wheel hub. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stick all this stuff on. Normally, it's been taking me a while to do it because of the weather, but today, supposedly will stay for the next 24 hours above 70 degrees. So I will take care of that, and I will show you guys with all the stickers where I put them. All right, see you in a little bit. Okay, guys, well, we did finish up the, I guess, these padding things. Here they are. It's just 5 of them. There's 4 of them for the wheel well, and then there's 1 right here for the jack. It actually goes on the other side of where the jack kind of clamps to. I think it's so the wheel doesn't, I guess, get rubbed too much on the metal there and wear out the paint. I don't really know. I'm pretty sure this one is pretty close to where it is. These 2 as well. They kind of had a common sense kind of placement. This one, this big piece right here, I am not 100% sure. Unfortunately, this piece, they only had 1 left in the entire United States. I think it costed like $40 for this piece. If you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, it's really thick piece. And all I did was I basically just prepped the area with rubbing alcohol, and then I used these rollers to roll it down. Of course, I did heat up the adhesive first with a heat gun before I did place it, so I'm kind of waiting for it to all cool down. And just so you guys know, when I had the spare wheel put in, I kind of marked first where these pads would go with the blue tape, so I kind of had a guide where to put this. Now I think this rubber piece can go more into the center of the, I guess, that wheel well area. I guess you can tell there's a little bit of movement that you can, a little bit of placement selection right there. These pretty much just fit right at that angle, and like I said before, this big piece right here, I'm guessing it goes there. That's the only real flat area where you can put this piece. Okay guys, well here it is complete. As you can see, there is the OEM, I guess, spare tire cover. Of course you lose the cargo mat, can't put that in there, and I ended up putting the flat repair kit and inflator, all that stuff, into that small DeWalt bag with my charger cables, just in case. And then here's the first aid kit. That's pretty cool. But if you guys are wondering if you can fit just a normal RCF wheel in here, you definitely can. Of course, I couldn't find one because, well, you know, they just don't have the new RCF edition wheels out, I guess, on eBay or whatnot, and they're pretty expensive to buy. It's OEM from the factory. But if you can see here, there's a lot of room, probably like 2 inches right here of padding that raises this floor up. So you definitely can fit a RCF spare tire in there. And also, one thing for those of you that are wondering if you can put the trunk bar, you definitely can fit that as well, the Tom's trunk bar. Now I won't be doing it just because I want to keep this kind of looking clean and OEM. Of course, I'm going to do all the under bracing for the car. Strut tower bar and the trunk bar I'm going to not do for this car. I don't think it's necessary, seeing that they actually took out the RCF OEM strut bar from the previous generation into the new one. So that's definitely telling me that probably they made some chassis rigidity adjustments. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, definitely don't plan on doing those mods. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started on the rear spats. The mufflers should be cooled down by now. So we'll go ahead and do a little bit of fitment. All right, see you in a bit. All right, guys, well, it has been over a week. As you can tell, the cars have traded places. It was a little bit complicated to get this rear spat in, only because this isn't custom made actually for this year's model. It's made for the pre-2020 model RCF, so I did custom fit it in. It actually looks pretty good. I like it. There is a small tiny gap there that I did have to put a little rubber gasket, and I'll show you guys how I did it. Let me turn on the light here. Maybe I can show you. You can probably see a little bit of the rubber gasket. Yep, you can see it right there. That little white line right there. That is a little rubber gasket that has sticky tape on it that I put onto the side spat. It kind of just clears that area, and then I'm going to put some silicone black caulking in this area to kind of tidy it up and keep any air from going in under between these two pieces, which will cause a lot of turbulence. But anyways, on the passenger side, I actually haven't done anything yet. So strangely enough, the passenger side rear spat, it is not a mirror image of the driver's side rear spat. The driver's side rear spat, in terms of fitment, is actually not bad. It looks pretty good, in all honesty. Stays on there quite firm, and there's only that little tiny gap that I have to fill out, which is not that big of a deal. But on the passenger side, it's different. It's not a mirror image. There's actually a larger gap right here that I have to fill out. So I am taking my time to kind of take care of that one, because it's also not as secure. So I have to put in some spacers to kind of secure it, and I have to make sure 100% that I'm not going to let too much air leakage go into this area. I did take out my Kia Corolla the other day, and I saw somebody driving a black GS350. So if that was you, hopefully you're a subscriber to my channel, because your car looked really awesome, and I think I've seen you before. That was the only GS350 that I've seen in Obsidian Black that was kitted out. I think it had Vossen wheels on it. It was really nice looking. It looked like he had some other aero on his car too. It was a really beautiful car. But hopefully you're watching my channel and you're going to drop a hello. Love to hear from you. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to call it a day. I'm definitely going to take care of that other side of the rear spat. Oh, I also did the C-Quartz Finest in my GR Corolla, so that's definitely taken care of. Something I did notice when you use the C-Quartz Finest fabric on the Alcantara is that it actually kind of repels dirt and I guess fuzz or lint, because my seats in my RCF, they're actually really clean compared to my GR Corolla. But anyways, thanks for tuning in. Have a great day. Bye-bye.